I've been fighting hard for over a year on Upwork to get this knowledge, and today I will share the fastest way from $0 to $50,000 on Upwork in 2024. In this video, I will provide information and statistics that will help you skip the phase of acclimatization on a new platform and go straight to making real money. And the first thing you need to grasp is that you are running an enterprise and you need to ensure the consistent work of three main departments: sales, production, and customer support. So today I will address all the critical challenges for each department and list typical mistakes that prevent 99% of freelancers and agencies from succeeding on Upwork. So you just skip these mistakes and I guarantee you will get the fast track to a steady income. But before we start, I'm Anton. The sole purpose of this channel is to show you in real time how I earned my first million on Upwork and help you do the same. Alright, let's dive into the secrets of management of these departments. First, let me use a simple analogy for better understanding. If we compare our business to being an Uber driver, we need an Uber app to get clients, a reliable car to provide the service, and a good rating satisfied clients to keep the business running. This formula is pretty much the same for any business that wants to get clients on Upwork. So let's start with sales or client acquisitions. Last year, I sent 1,906 proposals and spent 3,300 on connects. This year, I'm on track to spend over $6,000 on connects. I'm tracking every single metric regarding the cost of acquisition of each new client. And what I can tell you is that nothing else can replace the sheer volume of proposals. Yes, I have a top-rated Plus account with an excellent reputation, over $60,000 earned, more than 40 positive reviews, and close to 100% GSS. Still, I'm not getting so many invitations to jobs and direct contracts to slow down the active work on proposals. I'm still sending about 7 of them every working day. After I released the video on how I helped to win the first job on Upwork in 4 days, I got a lot of requests for help. I even provided a couple of paid consultations on this topic. I reviewed a couple dozen accounts and saw some statistics. What surprised me was that how few proposals they sent. Honestly, I don't believe you can stand a chance if you don't put a lot of work into sending a big number of high-quality proposals. I should warn you that the spending on connects can even take you underwater for quite some time. I had 1 month where I actually lost some money on Upwork. But this is the only known way up. Today I won't stop on basics like how to properly set up the profile or how to structure the cover letter. I have separate episodes where I explain that in detail. Now I just want to emphasize that you need to make the flywheel rolling. It will become a business only if you ensure the steady income of new leads. And now we are coming to the zone of responsibility of the production department. Wow, you might be scared a bit. What if I get so many clients that it would be impossible to manage the delivery of good service? Well, that might be the case, but let me tell you something. There are a huge number of talents on Upwork who aren't getting any jobs. It's pretty clear, at least for me, that the bottleneck isn't the production, but sales. That's why we are starting with the acquisition. Once you solve the problem of getting new clients, you have 3 options how to ship. Each of them has its pros and cons. You can stay solo. In this scenario, you will have all the control, but it might be harder to scale. You can launch an agency. This way allows you to scale faster, but you should be an amazing representative of your business. You should persuade talents to join your agency and be able to sell the services on a bigger scale. Or you can white label the work of other freelancers or agencies. This scenario might feel like the safest way, but you have to rely on others in terms of quality of work and deadlines. Your reputation is at stake, but you have very little control over it. I have experience with all of these scenarios, so if you want me to make an episode on how to play the game on Upwork in each of these modes, ask about it in the comments. However, I decided to move forward as an agency owner. I had specific reasons for that. I was rational that my sales and management skills were way better than editing. Also, I should admit that I just can't lose any fraction of control over my reputation. That's why it was an easy decision for me. I know many successful representatives of each group. You just should pick your fighter. Find your natural fit. But don't buy the premise that one path can be easier than the other. I clearly understand that it will take years and enormous effort to raise my team to the level I want to achieve. Whatever path you choose, I can guarantee you just one thing: a lot of fuck-ups and problems ahead. This is why you need to organize the effective work of the department that ensures the satisfaction of the clients and solves all the problems along the way. Whoever is gonna do this, you, the project manager, or the customer support specialist. But it's a critical mission that should be done, because feedback is the pillar of the Upwork algorithm. If you want to get a top-rated badge, you need at least 90% GSS. If you want to remove negative feedback, you need a top-rated badge. If you want to get more direct invitations to jobs, you need to get high GSS and badges. I assume that the Upwork algorithm shows the proposals of top freelancers higher, even if not boosted. Everything is connected to the client's satisfaction. Those who have good case studies and plenty of good feedback are getting 10x more work. So what can you do aside from providing excellent service? It might sound a little bit controversial, but in the first year you don't have to focus on making money on Upwork or getting high-ticket clients. You should focus on gathering the maximum possible number of positive feedback. Money and lasting relationships will go as a byproduct. So you need to have a plan for getting a 5-star rating from every satisfied customer. Because if you go with the flow, clients that are satisfied don't finish the contract and don't leave the feedback. They bring more work for you. And those who aren't satisfied doing quite the opposite. They end the contract and leave you a negative. So my strategy is simple. After we cross a mark of 40 hours logged with a certain client, I politely ask him to migrate to a new identical contract and leave a feedback for me. From my experience, 9 out of 10 clients are doing this favor for me. It's very important to ask a client at the right moment. It's way harder to persuade clients to leave feedback when the job is finished long ago. So don't sleep on it. What else can you do to get better feedback? Old but gold. Over-deliver. Here are examples of what I tried, and it worked every single time. When a client orders editing of the long-form video, give him a bonus in the form of a free reel for the first order. I also gifted a couple of thumbnails for first orders. But the gift should be of a great quality. Only then you can expect the wow effect. Only then it can affect your feedback and overall rating. At the end of the day, you should always remember that if you want to have fruitful relationships, you need to invest in them. Alright, that's all from me for now. I hope that this video will help you to reach your goals on Upwork. Follow me for more content like this. Go watch the episode where I shared the wins and losses of my first year on Upwork.